Hello, movie fans. Welcome back to Max Reviews. I'm Braden, and today we are going to be talking about Spider-Man movies once again. I'm going to be ranking all 11 Spider-Man and Venom final battles. This is an interesting list because some final battles, they're great, some of them are not great, and some are just really bad. So, as a preference for these, I'm going to be judging them on epicness, emotions, and also just what I basically think about it. So I think let's just get started here. Last place here is gonna be Venom. I think Venom as a movie, it's not the worst Spider-Man and Venom movie, but it's not extremely good. But the final battle isn't really the greatest. You have two black goo characters. You have Eddie Brock, and then you have this other guy, and then you have Riot, and then you have Venom. And so, they look extremely similar. They're fighting in the dark. It's hard to see what's going on. And there's no emotions for this. You really couldn't care less about Riot. And you care about Eddie and Venom, but they're not going to kill them. So there's not much stakes here, it seems. They just gotta blow up Riot, and basically that's all they do, and it's so bizarre and weird. It's one of those not great parts of the movie. It's one of the worst parts of the movie, and so that just I just don't like this final battle that much. 10th place here is gonna be Spider-Man 2. Now, let me say, full disclosure, I love Spider-Man 2. If you saw my my video yesterday, I ranked all the Spider-Man movies. It's my second favorite Spider-Man movie. And unfortunately, it doesn't have a great final battle. Basically, after the train sequence, if that was train sequence counted, that immediately makes it to the top 3 here. But the actual final battle is Doc Ock and Peter talking, and then Doc Ock sort of puts his arm around him. He takes control. He turns good. He takes control of his robot arms, and then he drowns the thing while Peter saves MJ, and MJ figures out who Peter is. So it is emotional, but the actual final battle, I don't like it. Well, I like the emotions, but it's nowhere near as good as the train sequence, and it's just not much of a big anticipation final battle thing. So that's why that one's low. I still love this movie though. 9th place here is gonna be Spider-Man Homecoming. So this is another one where the stuff before it is pretty good action, but here the final battle is this whole thing with the plane, and then the plane falls down, and Peter saves Vulture. That's basically what happens. Plane crashes, Peter saves Vulture. I like Vulture. I like this movie too, but the final battle doesn't feel like a big thing. It's emotional, sure, but he just catches Vulture. There's not a big battle or anything, and that it doesn't feel really good. And the whole plane thing, it could be slightly funny when you see Happy seeing it go down, and you could understand this is Stark Tech and this is expensive. Ooh, but I don't resonate with this one that much. 8th place here is gonna be The Amazing Spider-Man. Now, this is a very generic final battle. It has a sky beam. It has somebody trying to stop another person or villain from turning the city or the world into not good people. In this case, lizards. And it's Lizard. And so, the crane sequence is really cool when they get the cranes out. But it feels sort of cheesy, but I'm okay with it. And Lizard looks okay, but it's very generic. And Captain Stacy just dying, and then Lizard turning into the guy. It just seems sort of just generic in the way that it plays out. I like Amazing Spider-Man. I think it's a bit underrated, but I think it's too generic. The final battle, the actual final battle here. So that's frustrating for me because they could have done it a bit better. Like, this is Gwen's dad. This is sort of bigger stuff, and it has big implications for the rest, but it doesn't do anything. Okay, let me see, 7th place here is going to be Venom Let There Be Carnage. This final battle looks really good. It has a lot of just fights. It has Shriek doing the Shriek stuff, and then you have Carnage explode and be eaten in the end. And it's just so awesome to see Venom and Eddie actually fight these guys. It can feel a bit cheesy with Shriek, though, in the beginning. But I like this final battle. We're getting into the good final battles here. It looks great. It's just the fun. It continues and it still injects the fun into the movie. And just him biting off Woody Harrelson's head. That just works. And then eating Carnage. That is what I want. That's how I wanted them to die. Okay, yep. Anyway, 6th place here is going to be Spider-Man, the original, 2002. And I've said many times that I don't think the technology looks super good for this movie and the CGI and stuff like that. But I think for the final battle, that's when it looks the best. You have this start where you have MJ or the kids, and Spider-Man has to save them all. And then Green Goblin's coming to get him, and the people in New York stop him, which is really just a nice moment there. It feels a lot more earned than, like, the crane thing. But anyway, he saves them, and then Green Goblin just takes them, and they duke it out in, like, this abandoned building sort of a place. And a pumpkin grenade explodes, and his mask is gone, basically. And then it ends with Green Goblin dying and saying, "Don't tell Harry." I think this is a pretty good one. It's... Venom Let There Be Carnage might look better, but I feel like this one just works as more classic Spider-Man thing. It's nice. I'm fine with it. It has this sort of stakes, and it has the fun stuff, and also the classic stuff. Okay, we're getting top 5 here. 5th place here is going to be Spider-Man 3, which, it is moving up high here. Not as much as the next one, but still higher than the movie actually is. So the final battle here, you have Sandman, Venom, and then it's like the best part of the entire movie, where you have Harry and Peter teaming up to get MJ. And now, why it's not higher, it probably should be a bit higher, but why it's not higher in this place is because, like, Sandman, he doesn't look too good in this. Venom, they keep taking off classic, pretty cool looking Venom comic book accurate thing, and then showing, I think the guy's name is Topher Grace with fangs. Like, yeesh, wow, we all needed to see that. No, you do not show that guy with fangs. That is not a good Eddie Brock. That just, no, is my thoughts on that. Why did you do that? No. So, I think it's mixed, but I think the good outweighs the bad in this final battle, and it ends with Harry dying, being killed by Carnage, and getting stabbed, just like his father, and if you haven't seen No Way Home, it has some pretty nice parallels there. Okay, 4th place here is going to be The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's actually making it to top 5 in a ranking. How cool is that, guys? Well, anyway, I think this looks and is a lot more memorable than a bunch of this stuff. Like, this has the best scene of the entire movie, and I absolutely love this scene. So we start off with, like, Electro and Peter fighting him, and they have to overcharge him, and he just explodes. That's okay. And then we have Green Goblin show up, and sort of we have the amazing, best part of the entire movie, the death of Gwen Stacy. And then it looks very cool with the slow-mo and stuff, but this is the main thing, the death of Gwen Stacy. And they just sort of give up on Green Goblin, like, Green Goblin, gone. We don't care about him anymore. We're going to Gwen Stacy. And that's just, this battle had death. It had a problem. It had consequence. And that's what I want from these final battles. Before we get in the top 3, I've been doing a ton of these Spider-Man rankings. I'm going to be doing the trilogies. I've done the movies. I'm going to be doing the villains tomorrow. I'm just doing a ton of Spider-Man content this week. So if you want to see more of that, I think there's some sort of playlist. So check that out on my playlist thing. I don't know how to put a link up here or anything yet. So, yeah. Third place here is going to be Spider-Man Far From Home. So, I think this looks really good. It's not as good as the first Mysterio sequence, but it looks really cool with the drones. And then, this is the best looking Spider-Man movie. So, you have the amazing, like, cloud monster that Mysterio is fighting. And then you have the actual Mysterio with the drones. And Peter taking out all these drones. It looks really cool. You also have the stuff with Happy going on, which has jokes. It's fun. And then, which can be a problem, where you have this big tense thing where they could die and then they're making jokes. Like, I'm in love with Spider-Man's aunt, really. That's what you're doing in this tense sequence where they could all die. But it shows the faults of the movie and the really good parts of the movie. So, I like it. It looks really cool. You have Spider-Man, like, lose his webs and just fight. It's really great how it goes. Second place here is going to be Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So, this probably should have been in first. It has multi-stuff. It has beautiful animation. It has all the Spider-Man fighting a bunch of villains. And it has some really fun jokes in it. It looks cool, amazing. And then it ends with Kingpin versus Miles, where Miles takes out Kingpin and embraces his stuff. And sending Peter B. Parker away. It's a really, really great ending to the movie. It's the, like, climax of everything. And it pays off, like, everything for the movie. And you even have the dad there witnessing stuff. You understand where Kingpin's coming from. You understand where everybody's coming from. Except for maybe Spider-Ham. So, and you just have, like, everybody in the end just, like, learning something. The little quirks. The Spider-Ham giving Miles the hammer. The, like, Nicolas Cage Spider-Man keeping the Rubik's Cube. Penny Parker just leaving. And just, like, potential stuff with Gwen and also Peter B. Parker's ending. It's just really great. And then Miles embraces Spider-Man. Okay, first place here, once again, is Spider-Man No Way Home. This final battle, okay, it's just so you know, complete spoilers, click off this video, but still like it, you know. But anyway, you have 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, spoilers. The ending here is great, with Toby and Andrew fighting all 5 of these villains, the Lizard, the Sandman, Green Goblin, Doc Ock, and Electro, all really, actually, probably better than in their own movies. You have and it just pauses the final battle. All these other ones, they do not pause the final battle. You don't do that. They pause it. They have the banter. My crowd was cheering. It was so amazing. And then it ends after they sort of fixed all these villains. Green Goblin faces Peter. And just this big fight, and it goes. And you see Toby just look Peter in the eyes and be like, don't do this. And it's so emotionally potent, and it works so well as a Spider-Man story, as just a movie. It is so amazing what they did with this. And then it has the biggest consequence where Peter has to grow up. He loses everything. He loses all his friends. Nobody remembers him anymore. We say goodbye to our friends, but it has consequence that I guarantee it's going to affect Peter Parker until they kill him off. If they ever kill him off. But this battle had consequence. It had the banter between the characters that I wanted. It had everything that I want from a Spider-Man final battle. So it comes in at number 1. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below your ranking of the final battles, or your favorite and least favorite, or just tell me what you thought of this video. Like, subscribe to Max Reviews for more Spider-Man content. I got a bunch of videos planned to be coming out this week. Actually, I'm probably recording these all on the same day. I'm recording on Sunday, so, like, probably 4 out of the 5 videos that come out this week are going to be recorded on the same day. A lot of editing to do, folks. So, anyway, I got all that coming out, and then I might do, like, a few Christmas videos. I'm also going to be doing a review for a few movies. I don't know for some other stuff. For new movies, I might do like 2 more reviews. I have seen a few. And then I'm also going to be trying to rank all Darwin Wimpy Kid movies by the end of the year. And then, of course, at the end of the year, I am going to be having my all the movies that I've seen this year. It's growing and growing, so please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for that. Thanks so much for watching. Braden out.